first time on the show, I don't know if they told you, but there's a tradition that we have when it's your first time on the show. We have to show shirtless pictures. So,
really?
Yeah, it's kind of a tradition that we have. So there's one. We may have more. I don't know. We just need to show you. Yeah, it's what we have to do. All right, there we go.
I haven't seen that one.
Yeah. You haven't seen that one?
No.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks for being here.
I'm such a big fan of yours.
Thanks so much.
My mom said to say hi.
Hi to your mom. Hi to her. So explain, because a lot of people know NASCAR, but people don't, because Formula One is like, it's a whole different thing. Explain the difference.
Yeah, Formula One is the pinnacle of motorsport. So for racing drivers, even NASCAR drivers, Formula One is the highest tier you can go to. NASCAR is great, and its race is on more of an oval circuit, is where we have a kind of windy infield circuit. So, and the cars are, as you can see, they're kind of very high tech, a lot faster than a NASCAR.
So how fast, and do you pull over and do the wheels and the same kind of thing?
We do stops, yeah. So the pit stops, they used to be fuel and tires, as where now they're just tires.
Why don't you do fuel?
They just changed the rules. So basically, when we stop, it's kind of crazy. There's 22 people that are in of my crew, and I pull in, and the car goes up and down in two seconds. 4 wheels off, 4 wheels on in 2 seconds. So it's
That's impossible.
no, no. If you watch NASCAR, they obviously do every bolt themselves, but we have one bolt, and it's quick on and off. So.
Man, oh man. So, and someone like taps the hood or something and you can go? Have you ever started to go and they haven't finished?
It's literally, there's a real science to it. So, stopping on the right point is very important. There's basic traffic lights in front of you. So once all the wheels are on,
yeah,
all the guys that are doing the gun, they press a button,
yeah,
and it indicates that I can go.
But it must feel like forever for you when you're sitting there.
No, it doesn't. Honestly.
No?
You literally, as soon as you stop and you pull the clutch, go up, you're back down, and you're going. So it's yeah, it's not very.
So how fast are you going?
So Formula One cars, they do over 200 miles an hour. So they're a bit like a NASCAR, but the thing is with a NASCAR being a road car, it doesn't go around corners very well. As where with a Formula One car, it's basically like a plane upside down. We have these wings, and so the faster you go, normally in the plane, obviously you get lift. It's like a plane upside down, so the faster you go, the more it forces the car into the ground.
So you want to go fast?
Yeah.
Yes.
And the more efficient they make the aerodynamics, the faster.
And how much does a car like that cost? Like if I wanted to buy one?
I don't know. Well, everything's built in-house. There's 1,300 people in my team to build 2 cars for the year.
You drive two,
It's me and my teammate.
So you drive 2 cars?
So I generally have 1 car.
The same car all the time? Yeah,
I mean, they rotate the parts, always come in new parts. Yeah. But, and then the budget for a team is pretty much the same as the whole budget for the whole of NASCAR. It's like $300 million a year for a team. So.
Wow.
Yeah, it's super high tech.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money for your team.
Yeah, so there's obviously there's some teams that have more money than others.
Yeah.
The most successful ones like Ferrari and Mercedes, and then they have less money and they do worse basically.
And what is yours? Mercedes?
Mercedes.
Wow.
So
that's amazing. And people don't know this, but you have to be really fit. I mean, as we saw these shirtless photos, you have to be really fit to drive. You would think that you're just driving. Because, exactly. I've seen big rig drivers, and they get out, and they're not, they're driving for long, long hours, those guys.
Exactly.
But you don't see stomachs like that on them. So what, do you work out in addition to be in shape for that, or does that keep you in shape?
No, I mean, it does keep you in shape, but you do have to train for it. Yeah, most people, particularly when I introduce it to people here in America, they're like, yeah, but you just sit there and drive. But it's very physical. Basically, the race is around 2 hours, and we pull a lot of G-force.
What if you have to pee? 2 hours? What if you have to pee?
You're supposed to go in your suit, but I can't do it. I've never done it, but there are drivers that do.
Well, I'm glad you don't.
No, I don't. Yeah, me too. I just don't get it.
Yeah,
The driver that used to drive for the team was Michael Schumacher. I don't know if anyone's heard of him, but legend racing driver. And my mechanics tell me he peed every single time he was in the car.
From excitement, or?
I don't know, but yeah. So with the physicality side of it, it's you pull this G-force, which is through the corners. It's like a fighter jet basically, and you pull 6 times your body weight. So holding your, it's all about core stability, and also you have to keep your weight low. Weight is everything. So my target, I have to be 148, 150 pounds So I can't be big and bulky.
So like a jockey on a horse.
Exactly.
You have to. Why do you have to keep? Like, what happens if you gain a couple of pounds?
Because if you look at the car, everything's about center of gravity. So they want to get the weight as low as possible, and you're weighed with the car. So there's a weight limit, and you want to be as close to it. If you're over it, like if you're 2.2 pounds overweight, over 2 hours or an hour and a half, around 45 minutes, you can lose 3 seconds in the race.
Wow.
And we qualify, and the difference between some cars is 1/10 of a second. So if you're losing 3 seconds, that's a lot of time to give up. So that's why I have to train. I do a lot of running and mostly cardio.
That's amazing. That's really interesting. And then I heard you had to hold your head a certain way too, or else, because if your head is...
So the neck is, you struggle with your neck through the race.
Because you're going so fast that your head would go back, or...
No, going back, fighter
down.
pilots have vertical G. We have longitudinal, so when you brake from 200 miles an hour, the G force, you pull 6 Gs. It's like 6 times the weight of your head. So you have to hold that up per, every braking zone. And then when you go through the corners, you pull the G-force. Your head basically wants to do this if you go through a corner.
But you can't. You've got to
No, you got to,
that.
If you go like that, you miss the corner.
So it doesn't sound relaxing at all. It sounds like it's... I don't know why you do it.
It's not.
That's crazy. And you are quite the ladies' man. I mean, that's your reputation is you've been with, well, I think you know who you've been with. You've been with Rihanna.
Oh, really?
Yes, you have.
Oh.
And Kendall Jenner and
Oh, really?
lots of people, yes. You're single now, or are you going to... You won't be honest with me. Who am I kidding? Are you with somebody now?
I'm not.
You're not?
I was in a long relationship. I was in almost an 8-year relationship. And no, now I'm literally solely focused on my racing, trying to win this championship this year, which is definitely very trying. But no, I don't really have any plans at the moment.
Yeah, well, unless something comes up. So, and your race, is it this weekend you're racing in Austin?
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm leaving tomorrow morning.
That's exciting.
So this is the most exciting thing for the whole year. When I heard that I could come here and see you, I was like, yeah.
Thank you. I mean, I think you're... I met you once really briefly in New York at the party, and but my brother-in-law was there, and he doesn't know and doesn't care about show business at all. But when he saw you, he's like, Lewis Hamilton's here. What is Lewis Hamilton? He was flipping out, so he's going to be excited to see that you were on the show. But I just think you're fantastic, and it's so interesting when you learn about what it takes to race like that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Great guy. Lewis was going to race this weekend at Austin Grand Prix on NBC. For more information, go to our website. We'll be back.